After releasing Destiny, which was a polarized game back in 2014, Bungie comes back with Destiny 2. After 3 years since the first game and numerous expansions in between, did Bungie learn from the mistakes that made the first game so controversial, or did they just repeat them? Destiny 2's story is a big step up from the previous game. Where the first game's story was all over the place without a point of focus, the second game keeps the story focused on the main plot and motivation. This is most definitely helped by the colorful characters you interact with. The three vanguards are even more fleshed out and are enjoyable to talk to. Of course, Kate 6 stands out from them. However, Bungie impressed me with adding more characters that are fun to get to know. Having a main central villain is also nice to have, especially since this villain proves to be dangerous and feels like an actual threat that needs to be dealt with. All these factors make Destiny 2's story very enjoyable to play through.
Hold on back there!
Like the first game, Destiny 2's bread and butter is its multiplayer. The game encourages you to do its activities with other players, and it's really fun to do them with friends in general. Strikes are back and are just as enjoyable as the first game, though I think they were unlocked way too late in the game. Crucible is also back. The PvP game mode was something I disliked in the first game, but I feel Bungie has done enough to make it feel more fair, fun, and rewarding to play. The pinnacle of Destiny 2's multiplayer is of course the 6-player raid. The raid is, in my opinion, one of the best ones Bungie has produced, putting a huge emphasis on teamwork and communication more than the raids in Destiny 1 did. Of course, all these factors make Destiny 2's multiplayer an integral part of the entire game. Bungie made some slight changes to the gameplay formula in Destiny 2. Some new abilities were added to each class that fit in very well to their roles, like the portable barriers for the Titan class. Some of the supers were also changed to make them more offensive abilities. While I'm unsure why they changed some of their supers, they still fit in very well in the overall game. The big negative I have with the overall gameplay is that there isn't much variety in the abilities you choose when leveling up. However, it doesn't hamper the traditional Destiny formula that works so well in this game. Everything is honestly pretty average in Destiny 2 on the technical side. Graphics are a step up from the first game, but aren't on the amazing level some of the games this year have been. Sound design is also great, but that's to be expected for a shooter. Top praise should go to, however, Bungie's musical score in the game, which helps add so much emotion in each part or scene. One minor issue I had with the game was its matchmaking, which either would take too long or not find anyone for strikes or some areas in the game. This could be seen as a problem for a game that relies so much on its multiplayer, but it didn't happen enough to hurt the game overall. Overall, Destiny 2 is a huge step up from the first game. It benefits from a well-told story and fun modes to play with friends and other players. It has its problems, but that doesn't stop it from being one of the most fun and addicting games of 2017.
Welcome to a world without light.